the final part of this rosette is the center part here with kind of all these interesting spiky radial lines. So again, it's multi-layer old world style chips. So start by doing this first kind of valley cut there. And I've had issues with some of these chips, this edge that goes vertically here being a little bit either too vertical or even sometimes like going inward. So that on these ones I want to make sure, using this knife, that I actually, instead of having it vertical, have it laid down a little bit, not as much as I normally would. I don't want it to really show. I just want to make sure that it's not coming inward too much. And get that angle right, because this kind of arrow shape should be thicker, should have some thickness here at the point, and then it tapers down to just a point on the back end there. Alright, and then do the shallow old world cuts. And again, on this cut, going across the grain perpendicular, so direction of cut doesn't matter at all, but I do want to make sure that it's fairly shallow to allow for that second layer to be carved into it without having to go too deep. Gotta be careful on these, carving the second angle of it, that I don't, once I get to the end, I don't want to cut through and gash up the other side. So, as with before, I just removed all of these lines that represent the second layer of cuts. So I have to, I would normally carve all of these at the same time. I'd do that cut for all of them, and in which case I would lose all of these lines, and I'd have to kind of mark them back in. But in this case, I already have this side done, and I've got the lines on this one, so I can pretty easily just line those up. The only thing I'm missing is this outermost point here. So what I like to do is line up one of these ridges, and I know that it should be the same distance away from the center. It should be, you know, on the same line with this one. So I just kind of eyeball that and put the dot there. And the other parts of it are this point, and that point. So those are all done for me, so I don't have to worry too much about that. So I can put the tip on that dot that I just made, and then line up the blade to meet that spot, and know that that's going to be exactly what I need. And same thing, put the knife there. In this case it's a little bit trickier to line up, but should be able to get that. Get the extra depth there, and then that cut. And from there it's just a few pretty small old world chips. Nice tidy triangles, nothing too crazy. This is one thing I like about this style of carving, this style of design. The kind of multi-layered, that it's really simple. It's just triangles, but by layering them on top of each other in this way, it creates a really interesting and ornate sort of pattern. Yeah, using really just triangular chips. But the way they line up and create those extra shadows, I think, is really interesting.